Permanent tissues. The tissues comprise cells which have lost their capacity of division is called as permanent tissues. Means the tissues that have lost their ability of division and they attain the fixed shape, size and function. So, the process of taking up a permanent shape, size and function is called differentiation. Permanent tissues are of two types: simple permanent tissues and complex permanent tissues. Simple permanent tissues, they are further divided into the three types on the basis of their function: the parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. Parenchyma cells have thin cell wall and having extensive space between the cells. As per their function, they are further categorized in the three types: chlorenchyma, erenchyma and sclerenchyma. They help in photosynthesis, storage and aquatic plants to float. They are composed of living cells found in roots, stem, leaves and flowers. Do you know who coined the term parenchyma? Yes, Anne Grew coined the term parenchyma. Collenchyma, it provides flexibility in plants and it allows easy bending in various parts of a plant like a stem, leaf without breaking. The collenchyma tissues are composed of living elongated cells. They provide elasticity, mechanical support and tensile strength to the plant body. They are found mainly in cortex of stem and leaves. Schleiden coined the term collenchyma. Sclerenchyma tissues are dead cells having extremely thick cell wall containing lignin. Lignin is a chemical substance which acts as cement and this lignin is impermeable to water. The walls of the tissue where lignin is not deposited forms pit and these pits allow the water to pass from it. Sclerenchyma tissues protect the plants and these tissues are present in stems, leaves and hard covering of seeds and nuts. And who coined the term sclerenchyma? Yes, Matthias coined the term sclerenchyma. So children, I hope you well understand that simple permanent tissues,
complex permanent tissues, and the complex permanent tissues, they are made up of different types of cells. From the different types of cells, they form the tissues that do the particular function. For example, the conduction of the water and the food, that is done by the vascular bundles, and that vascular bundles, they consist of the different tissues like xylem and phloem. So, what are the vascular bundles? First of all, we will learn that what are the vascular bundles. On the basis of arrangement of xylem and phloem, the vascular bundles are of three types. Vascular bundles are of three types. One, that is the radial vascular bundle. In the radial vascular bundle, the xylem and phloem, they are arranged in the alternative manner. Okay. The next one, that is the conjoint vascular bundle. In the conjoint vascular bundle, the xylem and phloem, they are present and there is no cambium is found. So that conjoint, it is called the conjoint closed vascular bundle. Where no cambium is found, it is called the conjoint closed vascular bundle. And the third one, that is the conjoint open vascular bundle. In conjoint open vascular bundle, here you can see the phloem and the xylem. So in between the phloem and xylem, the cambium is present that joins the phloem and xylem. The combine together the phloem and xylem, that cambium is present in conjoint open vascular bundle. So on the basis of or the arrangement of the xylem and phloem, the vascular bundles are of the three types. The first, radial. The radial example, in that the xylem and phloems, they are present alternatively. Okay, and the second is conjoint. So these are the example of the conjoint vascular bundle. And the conjoint vascular bundle, they can be the open and closed. So whenever the cambium is absent in the conjoint, then it is called the conjoint closed, and whenever the cambium is present, then it is called the conjoint open vascular bundle. So it is the type 1 and it is the type 2 and third type of vascular bundle. They are the concentric vascular bundles. The concentric vascular bundle can be hydrocentric and the lactocentric. Okay, they can be hydrocentric or the lactocentric. And how we can differentiate as the hydrocentric and the lactocentric? So the hydrocentric vascular bundle, they contains the xylem that conduct the water in between. So this xylem and the phloem. So it is a hydrocentric vascular bundle. And the lactocentric, in the lactocentric, the phloem is present in between the plant cells and the xylems are outer side. This is the lactocentric. This is lactocentric and this is the hydrocentric vascular bundle. So we have learned the three types of vascular bundle. The one was a radial vascular bundle, in which the xylem and phloems are present in the particular intervals. And the second one was the conjoint vascular bundle. And the conjoint vascular bundle, it can be conjoint open and conjoint closed. And how can we say the conjoint open and conjoint closed? Because of the presence of the cambium. Whenever the cambium present in between the xylem and phloem, it is called the conjoint open vascular bundle, and whenever the cambium is absent in between the xylem and phloem, then it is called the conjoint closed vascular bundle. And the third type, it is the concentric. So in concentric vascular bundle, there is a hydrocentric and the lactocentric. When the xylem present in between, it is hydrocentric, and whenever the xylem is surrounded, then it is called the lactocentric vascular bundle. So this is the structure of the permanent complex tissue that are made up of the vascular bundles. Now we will learn one by one about the xylem and the phloem.
Keep watching the video and subscribe the channel so you will get the notification when I upload the next video on the channel. Thank you.